Yo, what's up, guys? I got this MOAB on the new map Boardwalk that just came out today. My class setup was a PP90 with sleight of hand, quick draw, and dead silence. For my specialist, I had hardline, steady aim, and assassin. I had a silencer and rapid fire on my PP90, and my equipment was C4 and a tactical insertion. Now, to let you guys know, I got MOABs in all the new levels that came out today, and I'll be uploading the other two vids shortly. Now, Boardwalk is a really cool level along with Parish and Gulch. In my opinion, this is the first time that they released all maps that are actually fun to play. Every level has its unique qualities. Boardwalk is a pretty big level that has three main routes in it. You got the boardwalk that goes up the center of the map, you get the beach side, and then you got the alley that goes past the bus. Having three good routes to take leaves the map open to avoid pesky campers that seem to come out to play the new DLC. I guess since people don't know the maps well and the spawn locations, they're just hesitant to run around. Now, I do understand where they're coming from, but the more you camp, the longer it's going to take you to figure out the flow of the level. My standard technique for new maps is to stay on the outsides of the level and just patrol the perimeter. By staying on the outsides of the map, it leaves less places to be shot from and less places for enemies to pop out and surprise you. Especially on a relatively big map like Boardwalk, it's definitely in your best interest to stay near cover and stay in the outskirts, then keep moving in one direction. Backtracking will get you killed a lot because it gets people spawning near you, and if someone sees you from far away, if you backtrack, it gives them a chance to catch up to you and shoot you in the back. Boardwalk is similar to Offshore in a way that when you walk on the floor that's made of wood, it makes a very distinct, louder footstep noise than when you're walking on solid ground. It's not as loud as Offshore's footsteps that make that metal clanging, but it's definitely something to keep in mind when you're walking on the wooden floor. If you're a SitRep Pro user, then the Boardwalk area is going to be your best friend. Now, a funny little thing about this map I found out: if you go play the game with the clown faces on it and you shoot bullets in their mouths, the animals on the track will move for every time you hit the mark, and you can actually race your friends. There's a total of 6 clown faces, and the winning face shoots out confetti. Me and my clan members were messing around with it for a little bit in a private match. It was pretty fun. But back to how I got the MOAB. Now, I was using a submachine gun on this map, but using a rifle with a silencer could be just as effective. If you don't like to run around and play hyper aggressive like I do, a silent assault rifle would probably be your best bet, because there's some pretty long sight lines when you're looking down the boardwalk and when you're on the beach. I saw quite a few snipers looking down the boardwalk in the middle and hanging out near the beach area just scoping it out, because you can get some pretty long distance shots going. The submachine gun works best in the alley near the bus and the close quarters near all the carnival games and stuff, but you just got to figure out what's your style of gameplay and just kind of work it into the map. Now, since the map has a ton of different routes, it gives you plenty of options. The highest traffic areas in the map that I notice when you're playing are on the ends of each side of the boardwalk. I didn't encounter very many enemies on the beach or in the alley, but outside the arcade and outside that bar that has a pool table in it, you're going to get a lot of action. If you stay out of those areas and you just keep checking them out from a distance, you should be able to pick up some easy kills without people shooting back at you. You definitely never want to walk straight up the middle of the boardwalk. There's way too many snipers that like to pre-scope in and just look for that easy kill. If you do that, you're just asking for trouble. But one thing I noticed about this map is there's no 2-story buildings in it. So if you hear footsteps that are close to you, that enemy is on the same level as you, and he's probably going to be able to see you pretty soon. I just thought that was an interesting fact. But for being a big level, there really aren't very many camping spots, which is actually pretty nice. Usually they put too much cover in big levels like this, and it tempts all the noobs to sit there and wait for people on head glitches, but they did a pretty good job of keeping it down to a minimum amount of head glitches and stuff. I didn't see too many good spots that are overlooking high traffic areas. Then again, I've only played the map 4 times. I'm pretty sure I'll find more head glitch and stuff the more I play, but as of right now I didn't find any. I would say Boardwalk, Decommission, Overwatch, Parish, and Gulch are the only true good maps they came out with in the DLC. I'm just glad they came out with good maps on the final drop. But This is my Boardwalk MOAB, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks, guys.